From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big early morning on Saturday morning here on LA with incredible great details about your forced stimulus check update of 2021 today. In this recording, we're going to go over the forced stimulus check, how much you're going to get from the forced stimulus check, when you're going to get the forced stimulus check, and how you can figure out all the details from top to bottom. We'll go over the breaking news and hilarious news story that came out yesterday about forced stimulus. You will have a laugh with me about that as well. Then the second half of this video, we go over fifth stimulus. That'll raise your benefits up a lifetime with a new benchmark, which will be the highest of a generation. And then in the middle of this video, we go over the big money, thousands of dollars that viewers continue to get, and I want you to get it as well. It's a big morning. It's a big early morning. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. I'm excited to get underway, and I'm sure you are. If only, we had some bacon. This is Early Mornings LALATE. You made it just a Saturday. How are you? I'm going to be around with you all Saturday and all Sunday long with live shows in the morning and taped in the evening, so don't miss a video across the board. But how are you? How's the weather where you are? I hope it's beautiful and wonderful. Drop in the comments where you're watching from and how's the weather. We've had beautiful weather here in Southern California since Friday. Much more sunny, less overcast, less June gloom, and a beautiful sort of nice onshore breeze here in Southern California near the water. But in this forced stimulus check updated 2021, we're going to go over the great details across the board, how much you get, when you get it. Then we're going to go over the latest breaking news about the forced stimulus check. And we're also going to go over what's going to happen today with the president. He has something in store for forced stimulus. And then we'll go over that hysterical news article from yesterday about forced stimulus. The second half of this video, we go over fifth stimulus and how it's going to raise your benefits across the board. And in the middle of this recording, we go over the thousands of dollars viewers continue to get, and you're going to get as well. So subscribe. This is LALATE, the only 24-hour a day, 7 days a week financial news channel, the only one of its kind, broadcasting live on air in the morning and then taped in the afternoons. I'm next with you with Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m., but also airing at the time of this video, which you should jump into right after this video, is Overnight's Crypto. So subscribe, 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record, next stop 1 million. Like this video. Like it. Make sure you do. Every like helps. 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and pinned comment. Let's get right into that forced stimulus by starting with the House bill versus the Senate proposal. Fascinating. And we start with the House bill from Jalopal, which provides a monthly stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. Let's compare that versus the Senate proposal. The House proposal, of course, pandemic plus 1 year monthly stimulus check. The Senate proposal, July to December. Okay, let's compare the monthly amount. For the House members, it is a House bill of $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. Interesting. And then the Senate proposal is July to December. Well, let's compare the Senate proposal is amount unknown, but word on the street, the amount unknown is this. Wow. $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. That is the Senate proposal. That is per person. But let's go back to that House bill from Jalopal and understand what could be at issue when doing the calculation. Pandemic plus 1 year. Well, some legislators contend the pandemic may be over by the time the vote occurs. That would result in just 1 year stimulus checks. Under the House bill from Jalopal, that would be 12 months of checks over 12 months of checks over 12 months, which amounts to $13,000 over 12 months. Over 12 months, compared to this over 6 months. Wow, I think you have an opinion. Which one do you like? House or Senate? Drop in the comments right now. Which one do you like, House or Senate? Tell me where you're tuning in from, and also how the weather is. If you're watching the show live when it airs at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, instant premiere, drop in the live chat, House or Senate, and where you're watching from. If you're watching it later in the day, drop in the comments under the video. Let's go over the other items you need to know about this forced stimulus check. Who gets it? You do. If you make less than 75,000, you get the forced stimulus check. Married couple, double it. You get the forced stimulus check. Household 4 or less, you get the forced stimulus check. And if you're on benefits, you get the forced stimulus check. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, you get the forced stimulus check. Congratulations. The forced stimulus check would have the same amount for adult dependents, minor dependents, and everyone else. The forced stimulus check would also provide a check that is not taxable because it's not income. The forced stimulus check would not come out in waves. It's a monthly stimulus check, so it's not waivable. Hi. No, not waivable. And the forced stimulus, oh, I just went out of focus there. Yeah, it's not waivable. Oh, I went out of focus again. And the forced stimulus check, the forced stimulus check would start in the month of July. That's what the legislators represent because they make representations, not me. I'm just a reporter. They represent the vote would be in the month of July for the month of July. That means you would get the first stimulus check in the month of July and then the next August check in the month of August. And there you go. That's your forced stimulus check updated 2021 to start. I got 2 more updates in this video about that forced stimulus check. Stay with me. But first, a preview of the second half. Boy, exciting news. 5th stimulus, yes. That raises up your SSI and SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits to a big new number. And then applies a benchmark. They're going to reform the system and add that benchmark. That benchmark is inflation, not CPIE and not COLA. I'll be going over with you in the second half of this video why that benchmark may be the highest of a generation when they first apply it in December and how it'll change your benefits lifetime. Wow, that's going to be wonderful. It's coming up in the second half of this video. But first, let's turn to the big money that you can get right now. There's a lot of money available, and it's still landing from third stimulus. You know how this channel does it. I'm here to get you money. We're not here to track a check. We're here to cash checks. There's a lot of checks for you to cash from third stimulus, and they're landing last week and next week. Yes, rent, utilities, homeowners assistance, homeowners utilities. How much? $350 billion for you. No, it's not all for you. It's a share. 349 for you and 1 billion for me. Yeah, it's a share. Where do you get that money? Get a pen and paper ready. Oh, I almost dropped my pen. Get that pen and paper ready. I'm excited for you. We're going to go over the locations you're going to get the money, but understand every location has different eligibility. So one may say no, and another one may say yes. So consider all of them. If one says no, just go to the next one. They also have their own pot of money. Are you ready? I'm excited. Let's do it. First one, City Hall, City Housing Authority, County Hall, County Housing Authority, State Hall, State Housing Authority. You're going to reach out to them and get that money. Stay with me to the very end of this video because I got a lot of money to get you, and we're just starting right now. And you're going to reach out to them for rent, utilities, homeowners assistance, and homeowners utility. Now, when you reach out to them for rent, how much money is it? It's a fortune. It's about $5,000 for 4 to 6 months of rent. So do it. And what are the keywords you're going to say when you reach out to them? Rent assistance because of COVID. Rent assistance because of COVID, or mortgage assistance because of COVID. You don't say stimulus, and you don't say buttered croissant either, because they don't speak French. They don't speak English either. No, they don't know what you're talking about. Stimulus, what language is stimulus? We don't do stimulus here. So they only speak rent money, rent language. Rent, oh yeah, we got rent. We got that for you. So reach out to them and they'll help you for that money. Next, I got a lot of money for you, but first let me congratulate Tim and Linda who got that money for rent and utilities. We don't go less than a few hours. You are killing it, people. You're killing it because just every few hours of you will reach out to me and say, I got money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance. So it's just incredible how you're taking the videos and learning from them. If you've had a success story, drop into the live chat right now or in the description of this video what money you've gotten, because every time someone else sees it, it inspires them to get the money. All right, let's turn to the next pot of money. And Lynn Glenn got it for herself, for her son, for her mom. And Gail got it as well. It's just wonderful. Let's go over the details. What is it? It's SNAP. SNAP is a fortune. We're going to go over what it is, how you get it, and why it's so much money. SNAP is money for food. You reach out to Department of Agriculture to get it, DOA. How much does it pay? A fortune. Upwards of $16,000 for a family of 4 in Hawaii. Why so much? Because of two executive orders from Trump and Biden, both wonderful, raising your benefits up 15% between now and December. One viewer the other day indicated to me she got $500 a month for her family of two, I think it was. Yes, that's a lot of money. $6,000 a year. So congratulations to that viewer. Go get that money. Look how good we're doing. 10 minutes of this video. We've gotten $16,000 for rent. We've gotten $16,000 for SNAP, and about $5,000 for rent. And that's SNAP for people in Hawaii. We are just killing it, but we're just getting started. Now I got $5,000 for you. One viewer got $5,000 from this. Let's go over all the details. The federal government is now ordered states to return money back to you, and this viewer got $5,000 for them. And what is it? How do you get it, and when do you get it? I'm going to go over all the details. First, what is it? The federal government has identified states as having computer errors during the last year and overpaying you unemployment benefits and then telling you to return the money. Well, the federal government has ordered those states to return the money to you, saying it was your money to keep. Wow. So how do you get the money? On the bank account you have on file with your unemployment department. Then when do you get the money? Reach out to your respective state. Every state has different routing times. Next, I want to thank COD, who jumped into the live overnight crypto show currently airing right now on this channel at the same time of this broadcast. He jumped in two mornings ago to say he got his money for this automatically by direct deposit. A viewer a week ago yesterday got his money as well right before Memorial Day weekend. Another one got theirs. That's viewers helping viewers, making sure you know their information so that they see this information helps you. What is this money for? It is money for a refund of your unemployment taxes. The federal government is returning back that money. I'm going to go over how much it is, when you get it, how you get it, and how do you track it starting right now. First, how much money is it? It's a lot. It is the amount you paid on taxes for your 2020 unemployment return, your 2020 return on that unemployment. Here's an example. Let's say you had $9,000 of unemployment assistance in 2020. You paid a total tax bill of $5,000 to IRS, of which $4,000 was your taxes on that unemployment. Congratulations, you're getting back that $4,000 in taxes from IRS. Next, how? If you have a direct deposit account set up like COD did or the other viewer, it's coming to that direct deposit account. Otherwise, in the mail. So be surgical when going through the mail slowly over the next few days and weeks because it's a razor-thin envelope. You don't want to throw it away. And finally, how and when and how to track? Yeah, so when the checks are coming in the month of June, they're set out in the month of May, so you would get them in June. And finally, tracking. Go to irs.gov, sign up a username and password, go in there and track it. It works about 70% of the time by doing what's called a transcript search. It'll reveal the tax return you file, the payment you paid, and the refund you're getting. And there you go. Can we get it better than that? We can. With the second of 3 parts of the 4 stimulus check update in this recording, and it's kicking off right now. A week ago yesterday, Leader Schumer confirmed not 1, but 3 of the details I've been telling you was going to happen, and he confirmed all 3 of them. And they are the following. 1, Leader Schumer confirmed that the reconciliation process has already begun and was already underway. Number 2, Leader Schumer confirmed the reconciliation vote will be called no later than July 4th, the final vote. And number 3, Leader Schumer confirmed that he will not wait around for bipartisan negotiations by the president, that the recon will go without them. And there you go. I have more about that last one coming up in a second. Now, how did we get to that spot? We got to that spot because of a wonderful, wonderful push, again, by Jalapal. Jalapal, about a week ago, reached out to Schumer with this letter saying, call the vote. What are we waiting for? Call the vote. Why did Jalapal say that? Because the bill was ready to be voted upon, the 2-step bill, and there was no reason to wait. And now we are going to the vote. More about what going to the vote means later in this video. Now, it got even better than that because Jalapal's letter to Schumer was co-signed by about 11 House Democrats. And those 11 House Democrats are among the ones who wrote the president a letter weeks earlier. The 100 House Democrats, they're among them, saying we're going to put 4 stimulus checks into the 4 stimulus package. Wow, that is wonderful. Can it get better than that? It can get better than that. And it started with a letter about a week ago, and it's this letter. Here you go. 7 House Democrats writing the president a letter saying, we're going to work with you to put those multiple stimulus checks in the 4 stimulus package. Well, work with you is a euphemism because the president doesn't write legislation. They do. And so who are these people to say that? They are the reason why they said that is because it's their sole and exclusive committee that is responsible for writing stimulus checks. Wow. Now that is incredible, great news. No less than a week before Chuck said we're calling the vote, the people who are responsible for writing the stimulus check in the House subcommittee, which oversees writing stimulus checks, said they're going to put it in there. OMG. They wrote the first stimulus check, they wrote the second stimulus check, they wrote the third stimulus check, and they're now writing the fourth stimulus check. Can it get better than that? It did get better than that. When last Tuesday, the President of the United States said that he had reached out to the G7 countries to raise the global minimum corporate tax rate, and they had tentatively agreed to it. But it got better later that day, when the President said, after four stimuluses passed, he's going to reach back out to those G7 countries' leaders and try to get them to sign on the dotted line for that $15% minimum global corporate tax rate. And if they do, he's going to then drop our U.S. corporate tax rate closer to where it is right now. OMG. Now, that's wonderful. And ironically, that story will get updated today with breaking news this Saturday morning. Yes. The White House had confirmed on Friday that the president will be meeting with G7 leaders today. I'm not quite clear how or where, but we'll be meeting with them this weekend to discuss this global minimum corporate tax rate because he wants that signed quickly. Boy, that is going to be exciting. Stay with me throughout the day. I'll have that breaking details when we hear more about it. And then finally, the great news came on Wednesday and Thursday, when the president said, I'm rejecting the counterproposal from the Republicans. And then Thursday, those Senate Democrats said, you know what? Call the vote, Chuck. We're rejected as well. Call the vote, and away we go. In the second half of this recording, I'm going to go over what calling the vote means, and I'll also go over that hysterical article about fourth stimulus from yesterday. I'll also be going over fifth stimulus, but first, I have some really exciting, even better news, and it's the volunteers. If you need help with rent, utilities, and mortgage assistance, reach out to the volunteers. Understand they embody the true spirit of this channel, the Purple Power. When I launched this channel last year, and to this day, this channel has not been just about me reading a news article, because that's not what I do. What I do is I give people money. And last year, I got viewers $25 million of EIDL loans by hand-holding them through the EIDL loan process. Their businesses were about to close down. They were about to lose their homes. Their employees were about to lose their homes. But I came in and saved their livelihood by helping them get those EIDL loans approved. Then in fall of last year, it didn't look like second stimulus was going to get approved. So I stepped in and I helped viewers get rent, utility, and mortgage assistance, thousands of dollars during the holidays, and it saved their livelihood. Well, these viewers are the embodiment of that. Viewers helping viewers. They are the volunteers, and they're on the community page, and they're here to help you get that rent, utilities, and mortgage assistance. So reach out to them. Open the description of this video. In the description, you'll see an emoji. Then there'll be a link to the community page. Reach out to the volunteers, and they'll help you get that rent and utilities and mortgage assistance. They are salt of the earth, and I'll be back with 60 seconds with you with more updates about fourth stimulus and fifth stimulus. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now in early morning to LA. The toast is toasting, the coffee is brewing, the butter is buttering, and the toast is toasting. And I'm here, you're here, and good morning. How are you? How's the weather where you are? Tell me where you're tuning in from and tell me how the weather is. This is Early Morning to LA, and this is Morning, and this is LA, the fastest growing channel of its kind and the only one of its kind. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, financial news channel. Live on air in the morning, taped in the afternoons. Now airing also live on this channel is Overnight's Crypto. So stay with this video. It will send you automatically to that video when this one's over. And then coming up at 9 a.m. is Mornings LA. You don't want to miss that video live on air. So subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single video. The fastest growing channel, 400,000 subscribers in 1 year. Next stop, 1 million. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. More about membership coming up in a second. Let's jump right into fifth stimulus starting right now. And that fifth stimulus is wonderful. It comes this fall under that SSI and SSDI reform. Let's go over the details. First, they'll raise your benefit limits, remove the asset limit, add an inflationary benchmark, remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. Let me explain how this works, the breaking news behind this, and what you should look for next week as well. So first, they're going to raise your benefits up one big time. Who's you? You. So if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits, or more, they're going to raise your benefits up one big time. Then they're going to apply a benchmark. That benchmark is inflation. It's wonderful that the benchmark is inflation because Elizabeth Warren was going to give you CPIE, which never would have given you this type of benefits. Moreover, the way a benchmark works is that it steps you up or stays the same if it's zero. If it's a number like 3% or 4%, it steps you up. Lifetime. Here's what you need to know, is that in December, they think that the inflation rate will be the highest of a generation. And if that's the case, you don't step up just for 1 year. You step up lifetime at that enormous number. Here's an example. Let's say the inflation rate is 6% in December, which a lot of analysts are thinking it may be. Then your benefits would raise one time, and then they would apply the benchmark in December. Let's say the inflation rate is 6%, then you would go up an additional 6%. But not just for next year. Lifetime. This is wonderful. Then they're going to remove the asset cap. That says you can't have more than $3,000 on hand. Getting rid of a 1980s law. It's good to get rid of it because you're going to need that free hands when those stimulus checks go in it. Then they're going to remove that 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. It's going to go away, so you'll be able to work if you want to. And then finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. Love is going to win because you will be able to marry your longtime love interest and not suffer a loss of benefits. And if you are married, you will not be penalized anymore by the marriage penalty. That's fifth stimulus, and that is your SSI reform in fifth stimulus. Now, what's important for you to know is that fifth stimulus has a lot of other things in there besides just that. But in a 30-minute video, I never have enough time to go over what else is in fifth stimulus or fourth stimulus or third stimulus. And yet there's a lot of money in all these for you. At just a 24-minute mark of a 30-minute video, I don't have time. And that's the value of membership. The membership links at the top of the chat and the pinned comment. Every day, members are sent from me personally a breakdown of what's in the fifth stimulus, what's in the fourth stimulus, and what's in the third stimulus. So you know the money you get. If you're a member, the membership page from YouTube, the community page, sends you a direct message to you from me. And if you set up for email delivery of that message, then it goes to your email box. Here's an example. Fifth stimulus has a lot of money for single people. Single workers, single hazard pay workers, single seniors. And that money is dedicated for you. That's the value of learning what it is. Moreover, if you can't become a member, then at least subscribe. Because the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of different stimulus packages going on. And it's going to be confusing when looking at third, fourth, and fifth at the same time. It's easy to have the breakdown in front of you. And with that, let's turn back to fourth stimulus with both a hilarious story and also with an idea of how the voting process works. The hilarious story was released yesterday. And before I get to the story, I want to get back to where we are on the reconciliation process. Already underway. getting to a final vote by July 4th, not waiting for any bipartisan negotiations. Okay, so what did the article say? The article said the progressive wing of the Democratic Party is pulling their hair out because they keep on seeing the president have meetings with Shelley Moore Capito. And so why is the president having meetings with Shelley Moore Capito when those meetings are not going to result in anything? Well, the president reportedly has told insiders he doesn't think the meeting's going to do anything, and that he's just doing it for optics. Well, the person in the news article, this was their comment, not mine, not mine. The person's comment in the news article was the following: that the president should not worry about that because no one is going to go into the 2022 midterm elections worrying whether the president was nice or not nice to Shelley Moore Capito. They don't know who she is. Boy, a little shady there. It's like Love and Stimulus, the new hit show on VH1. Just wait for the reunion. Just wait for the reunion. You don't know who I am? I don't know who you are. I don't know your resume. So that's where we are on that one. Let's turn now over to calling the vote. Calling the vote is a 9-step process that requires half of the steps for procedural and half of the steps for substantive. And what's important to understand is that those steps cannot be done any faster, so don't bring to the channel. They're just dragging their feet and they're just taking their time, and why haven't they this and why haven't they that? There's 9 steps. They got to do the 9 steps, the procedural steps, and the substantive steps are required by the Constitution. There's not anything to do with dragging their feet. So let's go over the details. Step 1 is the House subcommittee calls a procedural vote. Step 2, the House floor calls a procedural vote. Step 3, the Senate calls a procedural vote. Step 4, the president signs a procedural bill. Step 5, the House subcommittee calls the procedural vote. Substantive vote. At that point, the subcommittee, the House subcommittee would put in the monthly stimulus checks if they wanted to at that point. They don't have to, but they would if they want to. Then the House floor votes on the substantive bill. Then steps 7 and 8, the Senate does a 2-day vote-a-rama. During that 2-day vote-a-rama, the senators propose amendments. If there was a stimulus check provision put in by the House members, then the senators can amend it or leave it alone. And if there was no stimulus check provision put in by the House members, the senators can add it in there. And then step 9, the president signs the bill into law. And there you go. Congratulations, 9 steps. Now, what's important for you to understand as you go into the new morning is that these legislators have passed laws that owe you money and haven't sent out the money. They've passed laws that have not dispersed the money. They've also written bills and not called the bills to a vote. And they've also promised to write bills and folded like a lawn chair, or call for votes or folded like a lawn chair. So I don't want you to sit back and be complacent about anything. Well, the way this channel operates is we're cashing checks, we're not tracking checks, and we're not taking anything for granted. So I want you to take these videos and share them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, because Purple Power is back, baby. You need to push. I don't see a lot of pushing currently, but I do see a lot of people trying to track the check. Don't do that. Don't ask me what day in the month of July is the check coming, and I don't see you on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram pushing to get this done, finished out the door. These legislators consistently fold like lawn chairs. You don't want them to fold. So tweet this, share these videos on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, hashtag MSC, hashtag Purple Power. You don't want to fold like a lawn chair because they may ultimately forget you and leave you on the lawn. I just made that up. You want to continually push because these legislators need to be pushed. They like to be pushed. Finally, I hope you have a beautiful Saturday morning, and I want you to enjoy the virtues of the double chat rooms. There are double chat rooms. This channel now has no less than 5 shows that now air at the same time, in which there's 2 chat rooms going at the same time. There's 2 in the evening and 2 in the early morning that aired right before this. And certainly this is a double chat room where you can be watching this and also in the live crypto show at the same time. So enjoy that fun, because a lot of people have had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to maneuver 2 live chats at the same time. There's also always something to keep you on your toes on this channel. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful morning. I look forward to seeing you next on Mornings LALATE. But stay with this video. It'll take you automatically into overnight's crypto. And with that, make sure you subscribe. 400,000 subscribers in 1 year, YouTube record. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends to come over here. Share these videos on Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram. Also, like this video. 3,000 likes. Never forget to like a video. It helps in the algorithm rankings immensely. And finally, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll next see you on Mornings LALATE, and stay with LA for more this Saturday.